So you think having thousands of pounds sitting in your bank account makes you smart with money? Well, I've got some bad news for you. You're actually losing thousands of pounds every year without even knowing it. I'm going to tell you exactly where keeping cash stops being clever and starts being really, really expensive. Like, I could have bought a car with that money expensive. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why most rich people never keep more than a certain amount in the bank and what they do with the rest instead. Trust me, this is going to change how you think about your savings forever. Let's talk about why your cash is basically the worst employee you could ever hire. It's like having someone work for you who shows up late, does nothing all day, and somehow costs you money. Here's the thing that nobody wants to tell you. Right now, inflation in the UK is running at about 4%. Your savings account, if you're really lucky, might be paying you around 1%. Most are paying way less than that. Say you've got £50,000 in your savings account, earning 1% interest. Sounds safe, right? Wrong. That 1% gives you about £500 a year, but inflation at 4% is eating away £2,000 of your buying power at the same time. So you're actually losing £1,500 every single year. Remember when you could get a decent sandwich for £3? Now it's £6, or even more in some places. The Mars bar that used to cost 50p, it's now over £1. Meanwhile, your money's just sitting in the bank doing absolutely nothing to keep up. Over a 10-year period, that 50k will lose about 13k in real buying power, just because you wanted to play it safe. Unfortunately, it gets worse. This isn't a new thing. Inflation has been eating away at savings for decades. It's like the friend who always borrows money and never pays it back, except it's happening to your bank account every single day. Your money should work harder than you do. Right now, it's sitting there like a teenager on summer holidays, doing nothing and somehow still costing you money. But what about emergencies? Now I know what you're thinking, but what if something bad happens? What if I lose my job? What if my car breaks down? Look, I get it. Nobody wants to be caught with their pants down when life decides to throw them a curveball. But here's what most people get completely wrong about emergency funds. You don't need 6 months of your salary sitting in the bank. You need 6 months of what you actually spend each month, or your expenses. If you earn £2,000 a month but only spend £1,000, your emergency fund should be around £6,000, not £12,000. Most people have way too much cash sitting around doing absolutely nothing. And let's be real about emergencies. Your boiler breaks, that's maybe £2,000. The car needs fixing, another £1,000 to £3,000. Even if you lose your job, you've usually got notice periods, maybe some redundancy money, and benefits to help bridge the gap. The massive emergencies that need 50k right now, this minute, they're about as common as winning the lottery. But what most people don't realise is even in the worst case scenarios, if you need to access your investments, most platforms let you sell and get your money within 3 to 5 working days. Now that's not exactly forever, is it? Plus, think about this. What's the bigger emergency? Your boiler breaking or getting to a retirement age with no money because inflation ate all your savings away? I'd rather have 6,000 in cash for real emergencies and 46k actually growing than 50k slowly shrinking in a savings account every single year. Now this is my favourite trick. Moving money from your savings account to your investment feels like you're spending it, like it's gone forever, but you're not actually spending it. You still own it, you're just moving it from a rubbish job to a better job. It's like being scared to quit working at McDonald's to become a lawyer because at least McDonald's is safe. This is your caveman brain talking. We've evolved to feel losing something way more than gaining something. So moving 10k from savings to investments feels like you're losing 10k, even though you haven't actually lost anything. It's mental accounting gone mad. Your savings account feels safe because the number stays roughly the same. But that steady number is like a leaky bucket. It might look full, but it's actually emptying out from the bottom. Meanwhile, investments go up and down, and that scares people. But here's what they don't tell you. The stock market going up and down is like waves on the ocean. Sure, there's movement, but the tide is generally coming in. Your savings account isn't waves, it's a slow puncture. It looks stable, but it's definitely going down over time. And then there's this. You know the government protection on your savings, the FSCS protection? It's only 85k per bank account per person. If you've got more than that in one bank, tough luck. If the bank goes down, then there's a good chance everything over 85k is gone. Poof, just like that. But British banks don't fail, you say. Really? Tell that to the people who had money in Northern Rock back in 2007. Remember those queues around the block with people trying to get their money out? Those were bad times. And even when the government protection kicks in, it's not instant. When Northern Rock went down, some people waited 6 months to get their money back. 6 months? Imagine not being able to pay your mortgage or buy food for your family for half a year. Oh, and it gets better. The government only protects you against bank failures. They don't protect you against inflation. They don't compensate you at all for all the money you lose by earning 1% when everything else is getting 4% more expensive. The FSCS is brilliant for what it does, but it's not magic. It's got limits. It takes time and it doesn't solve the biggest problem of all: your money getting weaker every year. Now here's something nobody talks about. Having too much cash doesn't just cost you money, it actually makes you more of a target. Not for burglars necessarily, but for your own stupid decisions. When you've got 50k just sitting there in your current account, it's way too easy to spend it on dumb stuff. The fancy car you don't really need, it's right there. The kitchen renovation that costs twice what it should, no problem. Cash is like having chocolate in the house when you're on a diet. It's going to get eaten eventually, even if you didn't plan to eat it. And you know what's absolutely mad? Banks know you've got money sitting around, and they'll target you with all sorts of rubbish: personal loans at silly rates, credit cards you don't need, insurance that benefits them than it benefits you. You become their favourite customer, the one with the money who doesn't know what to do with it. And don't get me started on family and friends. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with helping people out, but when word gets around that you've got loads of cash in the bank, suddenly everyone's got an emergency that needs your help. When money feels free and available, you start spending more on everything. Pricier restaurants, more expensive holidays, unnecessary upgrades, and before you know it, you're spending as fast as you're saving. Money that's invested feels completely different. It feels like it's working, like it has a purpose. You're way less likely to raid it for a weekend shopping spree because you can see it actually doing something useful. Right, enough doom and gloom. Let's fix this mess. Step 1. Work out your real emergency fund. This involves some planning, but 3 to 6 months of what you actually spend, your expenses, not what you earn, is a great start. If you spend £2,000 a month on bills, food, and everything else, keep 6 to 12k somewhere that you can get at it quickly. But it's also making as much as you possibly can too. Somewhere like an easy access high interest account. That's it. Everything else gets to work much harder. Step 2. Use your ISA allowance. We are able to put £20,000 a year into ISAs completely tax-free in the UK. That's insane. But the thing is, if you don't use it, you lose it. So open up a stocks and shares ISA with someone like Trading 212 or Invest Engine. My affiliate links for both of these platforms are in the description. If you sign up and fund your account using my link, right now Trading 212 are offering a free fractional share worth up to £100, and Invest Engine are giving away a welcome bonus up to £100 as well. I only recommend both of these platforms because I actually use them myself. They're commission-free, low cost, and simple to use. The bonus we both get just helps me to grow this channel and for me to make more videos to help other beginning investors. Here's your action plan for this week. Calculate how much you actually need for emergencies. Open a stocks and shares ISA. Use my links if you haven't got one already. Put some money into a global index fund. Set up a monthly direct debit to keep investing every month. Don't try and time the market. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. But the second best time is right now. Your money should work as hard as you do. Every day you leave it earning 1% while everything around you gets 4% more expensive, you are getting poorer. This isn't about getting rich quickly. It's about not being stupid with money you've already worked so hard to save. Look, I know this feels scary. I know it feels like a big change, but what's scarier? Some ups and downs in the stock market, or definitely losing thousands to inflation every year? The people with real wealth figured this out years ago. They keep enough cash for emergencies and opportunities, and everything else is working hard to grow. Your bank loves customers who keeps huge amounts in their savings accounts. They make money from your ignorance. The more confused you are, the more likely you are to just leave everything where it is. But now you know better, you know why keeping too much cash is expensive, and you know what to do instead. The only question left is, are you going to take action or keep losing money to inflation? If this video just saved you thousands of pounds in lost buying power, don't forget to like and subscribe, as this really helps this channel and helps me keep making more content. And tell me in the comments, what's the biggest amount you've kept in cash? And what stopped you from investing it sooner? I read every comment, and your story might help someone else take action. If you're ready to go deeper, I've put all of my ETF videos in one easy playlist. Everything I've learned in one place, just for you. Hit play and check it out now.